Hello and welcome to the fourth round of the Ultimate Cup, and we've come to the stunning Tuscan hills of Italy. Mugello is our home for the next few days, and what a beautiful track it is as well. My name is Claire Cottingham. Thank you so much for joining us. We are located right here in this historic region and valley in northern Tuscany. Of course, we're north of the city of Florence at a track that MotoGP fans will know pretty well. And now Ultimate Cup returns for the first time since 2019. So now it will be the first of our live streams of the day. We've got plenty to bring you throughout the whole weekend as well from the Ultimate Cup series. Of course, we've got the Sprint Cup coming up a bit later, as well as the Ultimate GT Endurance Cup, which is happening on Sunday, and the European Endurance Prototype Cup, which is happening Sunday afternoon. But right now we're here for the Ultimate Formula Cup, and we will be seeing who will start on pole position for this afternoon's race. The cars are waiting in the paddock at the moment, in the pit lane, waiting to go out. And of course, we will be looking at Juan Francisco Soldevini, who got back-to-back pole positions in the last couple of rounds. He managed to get all three pole positions in Hockenheim. Unfortunately retired in the last race despite winning the first and second race. But it'll be Enzo Richer who is leading the way in the 13-inch class. Just to explain how the Formula Cup works, we've got the 17 inches and then we've got the 13 inches. Won't see any of the 17 inches today. And then we've got the 13-inch class as well. And the winner of that goes on to win a seat as well. So they'll be looking to... Enzo Richer will be looking to win that. But then there's also the Formula Renault 2.0 standings as well. And it's Christopher Ernie who's leading the way for that one. So like I mentioned, the Formula Renault 2.0 are out as well today in a different class of their own. As qualifying gets underway then here at Mugello. Cars heading out on track. Let's see who can get pole position. So elsewhere on the track will be, obviously, like I say, Enzo Richer, who's leading the way in the 13-inch classes. And then Maris Mezard, who is second at the moment, won't be out there today. He's not taking part in this one. And car number 6 there is who we saw, Juan Francisco Soldevini, I think brought out a red flag in practice. We saw a red flag out there, and I saw him on the back of a truck being put back into the garage. So we're into the paddock, and we've seen a spin already. Car number 68, unfortunately, spun round there. That is Alain Boucher in the 2.0 for Lamo Racing. Has been racing in the Ultimate Cup Series for 2019 and 2020. He's been at every single race, I believe, so far. Just getting it back going is Alain Boucher. Oh, tell a lie, actually. He was only in Portimao. But he's back out in Mugello. Got it going again, did Alain Boucher. So we've got a couple of new drivers out there as well. For Artline Virage, we've got Alexandra Alcazara, who is out there in the number 12 car. As we carry on watching Alain Boucher just make his way round now. Couple of cars out on track, but quite a few are on their outlaps at the moment, including the championship leader. It looked like Alain Boucher spun again then, but I don't think he did actually. I think the camera just showed us something different. Many on their outlap at the moment is actually Alcazara sets the fastest second and third sector out there. With 17 minutes on the clock then, and he's now just set the fastest first sector, and that's just been taken away very quickly by Juan Francisco Soldevini. And here is car number 24, which is, I believe, a new entry for this race, which is Artur. Well, he's not actually that much new. He was part of the he was part of the first round, I believe, was Artur Agata. Car number 12 then there, that is one of our new drivers on the track, which is Alexander Agzavara. And he is racing for the first time, 17 years old out there for Kazakhstan. He's done lots of stuff for the Formula Regional Middle East Championship, as well as getting his first win in June in the Euro Cup 3 in Portimao. Managed to get his maiden win. So he has again set the fastest time out there of a 150.232. So this is Enzo Richer, who's leading the way in the car number 66. He's leading the way in the championship at the moment, 19-year-old. He had his birthday in June, so he's no longer the 18-year-old on the grid. He's now 19, relatively older for this this championship, as he has a little bit of a slide there, as he's being hunted down actually behind, but he is currently on a slow lap at the moment, hasn't set a blistering time just yet, and it is still Alcazara who is leading the way on a 150.232. And there you go, the graphics on the side just there, just showing us that the newbie in the 13 inches for Artline Virage is leading the way with a 150.232. Behind him is another newbie for TS Corsa, which is Lopez Nano. So impressive performance from the newbies out on track in this championship. And then another newbie is third at the moment, which is Laurent Vucic for the 13 inch as well. Lopez Nano is in the 2.0, so he's in a different class. Got yellows out in sector 3 for some reason. It looks like someone's, looks like one of the, it's a red flag. Red flag out there, can't quite see who it is. But according to my timing screen, let's see if we can see who it is. So red flag is out on track. Someone is stuck in the gravel at the exit of the final corner. And that is Juan Francisco Soldevini. So, disaster for the man that was on pole position 3 times in Hockenheim. And the red flag is out with 13 minutes left on the clock. It will not be a pole position for Juan Francisco Soldevini, unfortunately. He was on a fast lap as well, actually. He was setting purple in first and second sector. He was on a very quick lap and unfortunately just lost it into the final corner heading to the start-finish straight. So, unfortunate for Artline Virage. They had a tough race in Hockenheim as well, where they had a mechanical failure, and he was on course to win. Unfortunately, didn't finish that race. So all the cars will come back into the pit lane as Juan Francisco Soldevini, unfortunately, sits in the gravel. So red flag out then, and the session is stopped. And we wait to see when that car will be recovered. It should be a pretty easy place to recover, as it's quite close to the entrance of the pit lane. So it should be an easy job just to be able to pull in. So red flag here, but it's Enzo Richer who, actually the graphics is now saying Enzo Richer is fastest, but I believe that might all shake out with the couple of moments left in the qualifying session here at Mugello. So unfortunately it is Juan Francisco Soldevini who will take no more part in this qualifying session, and he will start further from the back tomorrow, today rather, this afternoon for the race, as the gravel just gets removed from the track and the cars wait to head back out onto this track. It's an incredible circuit, but the drivers really do have to push hard out there. And as you can see there, Juan Francisco Soldevini just pushed a little bit too hard heading into Buccini and managed to get it into the gravel. So unfortunate there for the Argentinian. He unfortunately takes no more part in this. He came up along the ranks with someone that we know now, Kimi Antonelli, who is going to be racing for Mercedes alongside George Russell. And he raced against him in karts. And he only joined us here for Ultimate Cup in round 2 in Portimao, but he's done an impressive job since then. He's had 3 back-to-back wins, 1 in Portimao and 2 in Hockenheim. And he was on track to win another one in Hockenheim before, unfortunately, he had mechanical issues. So the car will be removed from that final turn, turn 15, the left-hander heading up into the very long straight that we have here in Mugello before we get to San Donato, which is the tricky right-hander. That's Enzo Richer looking to get back out and set his fastest time. And now he has a chance to do it with his closest competitor, Juan Francisco Soldevini, or rather someone who's been doing incredibly well. Let's not forget about 3rd place at the moment, which is Frederic Boileau, who is still 2nd place at the moment. It was Maris Mezard who was leading the way heading into Hockenheim, but a 1st place and 2 2nd places for Enzo Richer has seen him take the championship lead. And Maris Mezard, who was absent for Hockenheim and is absent here in Mugello, has now taken the lead of the championship. That indeed was Auburn Robert Prince in car number 83, one of the most beautiful liveries out there in this Gulf colouring. So Juan Francisco Soldevini gets going again. Now he's out of the gravel. And everyone just waits and gets back into the zone to go back out into qualifying. So fastest at the moment is still Enzo Richer. I'll get the timing screen up for you shortly and tell you exactly what. So session will be resumed at 57, so 1 minute time, so not long. So Enzo Richer leading the way with a 1:48.656. So he set a blistering time in that final lap before we saw the red flag come out. And then Alexander Alcazara is 2nd. Lopez Nano 3rd, and Laurent British in 4th. Auburn Robert Prince in 5th, and Juan Francisco Soldevini bringing out that red flag is in 6th. Alain Bouchet 7th. Arthur Agata in 8th. And another newbie, which is Asa Jerome Gomez in 9th and Walter Rijkaard 10th. So cars heading back out on track. Green flag is being shown. So we will get qualifying back underway now as Frederic Boileau leads the way. And they all head back out on track. So can Enzo Richer hold on to this pole position lap, or can it be the newbie in car number 12 of Alexander Alcazar? Can he take pole position in his Ultimate Cup debut? We will find out in 13 minutes' time. So Enzo Richer, who's leading the way, has so far been on the podium in every single race he's been in. He's had 2 wins in the 17 inches and 1 second place, and then 2 wins in the 13 inches at 3 seconds and 1 third. So podium in every single race that he's been asked to compete in the Ultimate Cup, which is pretty impressive. So cars will just go and warm their tyres up there. That's another new car there behind, which is Thierry Armand, who is in the very striking red livery, which has a skull on the front of the nose. Car number 5. Not this one, that's car number 24, who is a newbie out there as well. But you'll see the striking livery just behind as we're following Arthur Agata. In Lamo Racing, seeing what he can do. He's had quite an impressive season so far as well. But he hasn't taken part in every single race so far. He's obviously taking part in the Formula Renault 2.0, so he's currently 4th at the moment after 4 4th places in Paul Ricard in the opening round. He sat out Portimao, and then he got a win in class in Hockenheim, and then 2nd in class, and then unfortunately had a crash in the 3rd race and wasn't able to finish. But he's sitting 4th in the championship, so not a bad performance considering he's only taken part in 2 rounds so far. Enzo Richer really pushing out there. He is currently the fastest man on track, but you can see how important it is to him there. Ooh, a bit of wheel spin there. You can hear him really fighting with the car. This shows how tough this track is. A lot of undulating parts of the track. Up by turn 3 is the highest point, and down by turn 8, the Arrabbiata is the lowest point, but comes back on the start-finish straight, heading into turn 1. Of the very tight right-hander here of San Donato, heading down to, well, up to Luca. This is the highest point in the track here for Poggio Secco, and then heading back down to Materassi. And you'll see here Enzo Richer really fighting with that car. So this is car number 29, which is Lopez Nano, who again is a new addition here. It's his first time in a single-seater as well, is it, for Lopez Nano? And he's giving it a good go for TS Corsa. Italian at his home Grand Prix, or home race rather. Seeing what time he can set, and currently he's on a a lap which is putting him 6th fastest, but fastest in his class overall. And that has moved him up to 2nd overall that lap. Impressive performance on a 1:47.911. Abkazara is now leading the way. Enzo Richer has moved to 3rd, and it is a 1:47.151 for the man on debut. So we'll continue to follow Lopez Nano for TS Corsa and see how he does on his another flying lap. 8 minutes left then on the clock. It is still Art Lion Virage leading the way. Here is two are battling it out for track position here. That's Alexander Abkazara, trying to just find as much space as he can on the track to keep pole position with his 1:47.151. See if he can better it going round this time. So he crosses the line. Let's see if he can better his time of a 1:47.151. And don't think he does that time round. He doesn't. In fact, it all stays the same. Lopez Nano rather, still in 2nd, and Enzo Richer in 3rd. Car number 66, the rookie. So, Abkazara. Oh, a little bit of a kick up there from Abkazara on his way to trying to keep his pole position. He's not going to do it if he hits in the gravel, so trying to be quite careful out there. His teammate is already out of this, Juan Francisco Soldevini. However, I think he is back out on track because he has set the 4th fastest time for Artline Virage. So Enzo Richer, the championship leader, is being held by these newbies on track. Soldevini setting the fastest first sector of a 36.804. So just to put that into perspective, 10th faster than Nano Lopez at the moment. So this could be a fast lap from Juan Francisco Soldevini. Can he take pole position here? So these are the two newbies, or two of the new newbies. Alexander Abkazara for Artline Virage. He's not on a fast lap at the moment, so don't think we'll see much difference in this time. Let's see if he's on a fast lap now as he heads into turn 1 of San Donato. And he'll be looking to hold on to his fastest time. See what Juan Francisco Soldevini's up to. Lopez Nano sets the fastest 2nd sector. We're still following here then. And it is Juan Francisco Soldevini then who sets a 1:47.64, and then immediately Lopez Nano for TS Corsa sets a 1:47.43. So that's 0.02 of a second taken out there. Incredible from those two. Nothing in it at all, but it is at the moment Lopez Nano leading the way and would be on pole position on debut, and also on debut in single-seaters. He's been doing karting before this, and he's just now put it on pole position. So will we see Lopez Nano take pole position in the Formula Renault 2.0, or can anyone else better that time? We've got 4 minutes 30 left on the clock. And can anyone better that time of 1:47.43? So here we are with car number 29 again, who is Nano Lopez. Pole position currently for the TS Corsa driver, a newbie in this paddock. And can he hold on to it? Or can he better his time of a 147.043? And the 0.43 is important because he just took 0.02 of a second out of Juan Francisco Soldevini for Artline Farage. And once again, Soldevini crosses the line on a 146.815. So we're in the 146s now. Can Nano Lopez do anything like that? He can't on this lap, so he hasn't bettered his time here. At the moment, it is Juan Francisco Soldevini on a 146.815. In the first is fast and third sector. He's down in the second sector, not by much, but he is down on the fastest time. So the battle continues. This is the Artline Farage driver who just popped it into the gravel at the beginning of this session and brought out the red flag, and now he's on course again for pole position, and it would be his 4th pole position in a row in the Formula Cup. They're being shown in the 3-minute board, so a lap around here is a 146.815, relatively quite short in terms of if you've got 3 minutes left, but they'll have to time it incredibly well if there are any more fast laps to come in. It's not like we have any weather to worry about today. It is looking like it's going to rain for the next few days, but today we've got beautiful sunshine as the clouds are just slightly poking over the Tuscan hills. It was very cloudy this morning and very muggy, but it has cleared the way to allow some qualifying to get underway for the Formula Cup. And at the moment, it is this man, Juan Francisco Soldevini, leading the way with a 146.815. Can anyone better that in the final 2 minutes left of the Ultimate Cup Series Formula Cup? We shall find out. It'll be quite the fight back from Juan Francisco Soldevini after popping it in the gravel at turn 15 to get pole position. Can he better his time here of 146.815? Not across the line that time, I don't believe. No, can't better it, and no one else is bettering him either. And just behind him is car number 29, which is the TS Corsa of Lopez Nano, who at the moment is nearly 6/10 behind. 2/10 behind, rather. That math didn't work out. Oh, big plume of dust again there as someone kicks up some gravel. I think it was that Lopez Nano. So 2/10 in it then. Can we see anyone better the time? So Juan Francisco Soldevini has set the fastest first sector again of a 36.633. And Nano Lopez is down on this one on a 37.449. So with only 40 seconds left in the clock now, it looks like if Juan Francisco Soldevini can keep it on track and get a fastest second sector, it's going to take a lot from Lopez Nano to take this one away. No one else is on the 36 points at all in the first sector. Everyone else is down, so it looks like Juan Francisco Soldevini is going to take it here. He is also not fastest in the second sector, but he is up importantly on Lopez Nano with a 32.2, and Lopez Nano is on a 33. So it looks like here it's going to be back-to-back pole positions for Juan Francisco Soldevini. Checkered flag is out then, and someone is off. And is that Juan Francisco Soldevini? Hang on a moment. It looks like Juan Francisco Soldevini, in the dying moments of this, has once again put it in the gravel at turn 15. But he was on a fastest first sector, hasn't finished the third sector yet. He is going to come across the line. He's managed to get it out of the gravel on his own. However, it's going to be a very long third sector. But his time of a 146.815 was enough to take pole position. Juan Francisco Soldevini, despite putting it in the gravel in the final corner at turn 15 for the second time of the session, has managed to take pole position. That's 4 in a row, 5 in a row, 4 in a row for Juan Francisco Soldevini, and he will start on pole position for the race this afternoon. Impressive performance from Juan Francisco Soldevini. In the end, it was 2/10 between him and Lopez Nano for TS Corsa, and he takes his 4th pole position in a row, despite the red flag apparently being out. But it's the checkered flag, so it's all good. Yeah, just being told to go back into the pit lane. So, impressive performance, it has to be said, from Lopez Nano in the TS Corsa car, who will start 2nd on the grid, and then Alexander Abkazara, who is for Artline Virage, will start 3rd, and that's his first time here in the championship as well. Enzo Richer, who is leading the way for Formula Motorsport, is down in 4th at the moment. The rookie, unfortunately, wasn't able to better his time, and he ended up 9/10, nearly a second behind Juan Francisco Soldevini's fastest time. In 5th place is Laurent Futic, who is also new in the graduate class for Formula Motorsport, and then Auburn Robert Prince in 6th. Artur Agata in 6th. Here we go then. Juan Francisco Soldevini takes pole position by 2/10. And then Lopez Nano, on his first time in a single-seater and his first time here at the Ultimate Formula Cup, is 2nd. Again, a newbie there. Car number 12 is 3rd. Enzo Richer in 4th, the championship leader. And then we see Vutic, Robert Prince, Agata, and Wallow. And then Alain Boucher starts 9th. Cristini, another new addition to the championship, as well as Jeromo, in 11th. Maricart in 12th. Another addition there as well in Arwad in 13th, and Mahom and Darrick. So it will be, once again, the Argentinian of Juan Francisco Soldevini who takes pole position, his 4th pole position in a row. Do make sure you join us for the race. We will be live from about 5:20. Join us then.